Hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to the PlayStation Gaming Links channel once again, and we're back for some more PSGL action. But it's a Wednesday night, and it's evaluation race time, so a new season is already nearly upon us. As we've just finished the season 23 last night with FP, so we're back for more, and we've got a new crop of drivers and some older faces such as Flying Rome and Praga, who will be doing the evaluation race today. So yeah, good evening to everyone in the chat. We've got Praga, Game Freaker and Lordy. So I'm just going to take the opportunity just to share the link out so we can get a few extra viewers for the race. Excuse me. Yeah, good luck everybody indeed. So I'm just going to share the link out, and we can have a little run through of who's here and who isn't. So yeah, 17 drivers, so hopefully it's quite a cleaner and less naive race. So yeah, the evaluation races are here to, the purpose obviously is to evaluate the drivers, so we get to see their pace, see if they're clean and ready to be placed in our leagues, F1 to F6. Obviously places are limited, so a lot of drivers will have to be reserve drivers to begin with. And yeah, Praga, that is understandable, but you know, we've got 11 viewers already, so it's pretty decent. And I don't know Game Freaker, I don't think he is, but who knows. Everyone, PSGL is esports, but I'm not too bothered about viewers really. It's an evaluation race, so, and people, you know, have better things to be doing with their Wednesday evenings. So yeah, we've got some, in terms of the people already in PSGL, we've got Marlum and Polish Town from F6 or F7, Praga from F2, and Flying Rome, who was in F4 last season. Then in terms of the newer drivers, we've got Aaron Connorwood, who's back in PSGL. There's also his good friend Zenki. Then we've got some less familiar faces, the likes of Josh, MXer, Silas, Agard, Scorpion Hun, Mo, TB, Blaze, Paresh, Nadir, Mems, Virus, Ozone Norris, and Ozone Einstein. So lots of newer names, people looking to write themselves into the PSGL history books, so to speak. So yeah, soft to mediums is the best strategy around here, so I expect certainly the usual guys to be going on those soft tyres to qualify as hard as possible and to demonstrate what they can do in clear air. So let's go have a look who's out on track. Anybody? Yeah, Josh in the Alfa Romeo on the yellow marked medium tyres, but as I said, it's an easy soft to medium strategy in around Spa. So yeah, mate, a lot of new drivers and evaluation race obviously here to evaluate. Yeah, sorry, my phone wasn't loading. I just wanted to check the stream was okay. So, who are we going to go on board with? Who's on a lap? Josh, let's go on board with Josh. So 29.9 through the first sector on the medium tyres. Certainly looking for maybe a 29.6 on the soft. So a decent first sector there for Josh. Obviously a lot of these drivers I've never heard of or never seen. So into the tricky P1 corner can really spin you out. But Josh negotiates it pretty nicely there in the Alfa Romeo. Now through the tricky chicane. Easy to lose car. Again, these curbs very slippy. That's got yellow flags constantly. But yeah, staying on board with Josh in the Alfa Romeo. So far, so good. Now a long one down to Blanchimont. There was a bit of a spider I thought I saw on my screen, but maybe not. So yeah, through Blanchimont, easily flat out takes the shortest run through the corner now into the legendary bus stop chicane. Easy to lock up and lose the rear of the car, but Josh negotiates it quite nicely. He did downshift quite early there to gear on, so probably not optimum and a bit of a tricky traction zone there. But what can Josh do on the medium tyres? And it's a 44.0 from Josh on the medium, so I have to say, a very strong effort there from Josh on the harder tyre. A very respectful effort there, so pretty strong there from Josh. Let's go on board with Silas. What can Silas do in the Renault? As Zenki takes pole position on 43.0, so a very strong time there from Zenki. But what can Silas do in the banana car? I believe he's Danish, if I'm correct. I couldn't really see his flag. I couldn't remember his flag in the lobby, but let's see what Silas can do. Zenki with a strong time there. So what can Silas do into the bus stop chicane in the Renault? Quite a nice helmet there, red and white. Out of hers, but what can Silas do on the softs? On the run to the line. And it's a 43.5 from Silas. So yeah, a very decent effort there from the Renault driver. Car number 15. I believe it's 15, it could be 75. So who else is out there on a lap? Aaron Collingwood is backed out, so he's bottled his lap. Flying Throne. Let's give Flying Throne a bit of coverage. The elder statesman of the community, with Praga now moving out of the way. So what can Flying Throne do on the soft tyres? So into the final chicane. Flying Throne on the soft tyres. And he goes third on a 44.0. So a second off, but Zenki really looking for F1 for the coming season. So anyone else there out on a lap, or is everyone just returning to pit lane? It certainly seems that is the case. So yeah, penalty down. We'll stay on with the Scorpion Hunt. Seems to be pushing hard on the medium tyres. So yeah, what can Scorpion Hunt do? Yeah, actually, I gave you an invite. I can't invite you to the lobby, but you can join the party if you want. You need Throne or someone to invite you to the lobby. But yeah, so join if you want. The more the merrier, so to say. So what can Scorpion do? At least 7/10 up in the middle sector. So yeah, Scorpion Hunt. Got a bit of traffic ahead of him on the run down to Blanchimont, and he's going to run out of burst, so he's going to see what he can do. And Aaron Collingwood can promise he isn't going to lag out. Well, I hope so. So that's what the fans are here to see. Aaron Collingwood back in PSGL. So what can Scorpion do through the final chicane? On the medium tyres, where's he going to go? And it's P9 for Scorpion Hunt. So anything else going on? Let's see what Ozone Norris is doing in the Red Bull. It's already negotiating the tricky no-name corner. Easier than wide and hit that barrier, but yeah, Ozone Norris negotiates it pretty well there. Now through Pujon, a little bit lacking confidence in the Red Bull, but you know, perhaps Ozone Norris is newer to league racing. I don't know, but he's a part of the Ozone esports team, of course, so obviously he's got clear talent, but these medium tyres don't look up to temperature, so I think I'm going to ride on board with perhaps someone else. Who else? Is anyone out on actually on at that? Maybe a bit of Paresh. Where's Paresh at the minute? Currently P5 on a 44.8. And yes, that is correct. We will have 6 equal car leagues despite the new sign-ups, because we could do a 7th league again, but it would be quite thin and I don't think it would be well attended. So I'd rather have 6 strong leagues, and I'd rather have 4 reserve drivers for every league, or 5 reserve drivers, because people come and go, people don't race, as you saw in F4 this season. When did we ever have more than 15, really? If we had 5 reserve drivers, then the grid will be replenished. So let's see what Parish can do through the bus stop chicane on the medium tyres. A favourite tyre at the minute, and it's a 44.8 for Paresh. So yeah, he ran out of burrs and lost a lot of time, so a bit of a shame there for Paresh, but still 9 minutes left to improve his fortunes. Who else? Who can we give a bit of airtime to? Maybe a bit of Josh again. We did give Josh some airtime earlier, so maybe someone else deserves. Maybe Ozone, Istin, Einstein. What advice? I'm not sure, too short. But either way, what can Ozone do in the Red Bull? Teammates with obviously no zone guys, the two Ozone pairing. So what can he do in the Red Bull? Into the bus stop chicane. A little bit of traffic there from Zenki, but yeah, a little bit wide there into the bus stop chicane from the Red Bull driver. So what can he do? Bit of oversteer on the X. Oh, big oversteer. And it's a 44.5. So yeah, he lost a lot of time there. Needs some 3 laps on those soft tyres. So a lot of time there to find. But let's go on board with Zenki. Currently on a 43.0. So yeah, Zenki looking to join F1 for the coming season. And 43.0 is a strong benchmark, but certainly he'll be looking to get into the 42s. Through Rouge, then through Radion, flat out activating the DRS, and that's fine. So yeah, what can Zenki do in the first sector? And it's a 29.7 from Zenki as he tackles Lecom very aggressively. A lot of confidence in the car from Zenki. So yeah, this man really hooked up with the circuit, and you know, obviously it's 5 tenths clear, so showing a very strong turn of pace already. Now through No Name. Already, look, you can see the confidence Zenki has in the car around Spa, which is great to see. It's great to see a very strong lap from Zenki. So through Puhon, touches the curbs on entry and exit, but negotiates it very nicely. Now through the right-hander, then the left-hander, the tricky Fanya chicane. I think it's the Fanya chicane, might be wrong, but we'll see. Is it the Fanya chicane? Might be, but yeah, Zenki is now 2 tenths up in the middle sector, so yeah, Zenki on course to get into the 42s. Through Pongimon now into the bus stop chicane. What can Zenki do? Can he brake nicely? And he does indeed, so nicely done from Zenki. And it is a 42.8 from Zenki, so yeah, good up there from Zenki as Aaron Collingwood slots into second on a 43.1 ahead of Josh, also on a 43.1. So good times there from the top 3. So good times there from those guys. Some really, really strong times. Let's see what Silas is doing in the Renault. And he's 3 tenths up. So yes, Silas will be putting it on the front row of the grid here. I've never really heard of Silas or Josh, so it's good to see these new guys really mixing it with some of the more established names in the community. As Jaketek says, disgraceful lap. And Benzo Swanza, I always see you in the chats, like, who are you? Like, you must be, you know, you're always in the stream, so, like, what's your PSN? Do you race? Like, is it a hidden identity? So what can Silas do in the Renault? And it's a 43.1 from Silas. Look at that. 3 guys, 43.1s. So great to see some really strong times there. I mean, I won't be much faster than those guys, to be fair, if at all. So good times from those boys. As Flying Frame is still 5th. So who else is out there? Flying Frame now through the chicane. And good to hear, Benzo. Thanks for the support. I don't know if you raced, but I always see you here. So thanks for the support. And it's a 43.7 from Flying Frame. Experience for you. Just full of it. He oozes the word. So who else? TB as Nadir does a 44.4 in the Ferrari. What can TB do? On board with the Mercedes through Blanchimont. Ozone Einstein moves out the way into the chicane. There's a little bit of a traffic. Blaze Airy. Oh, Blaze is in the way and he's been distracted surely. So let's move on. Mems Avirus is up as we've got the FP champion Tom AJ in the chat, so hello to Tom as well. And congratulations on your title, obviously after the heartbreak from last season, to do it this season. Fair play. I know Iran and Joel would be delighted with the news. So what can Mems do in the Racing Point on the soft tyres? And it is a 43.8 for Mems. As LR Proc are currently down in 15th, here we getting relegated. So yeah, Scorpion Hun next up. Scorpion Hunt into the bus stop chicane. Through the bus stop on the exit. Negotiates it nicely. Nice throttle application. Scorpion Hunt goes P7 on 44.4. Who else? Anyone on that? Blaze maybe? Yeah, it's one more with Blaze through Puon. Scored a little bit of speed off there, but pretty decent. Through the chicane. Through this tricky ride. He's done right into the gravel, but nicely done. Blaze is actually 7 tenths up, so he's looking really to challenge Scorpion for P7. The best of the rest spot, I guess, with the top 6 in the 43s. Then we've got the likes of Scorpion, Nadir, Paresh, and those sorts of guys in the second class of drivers, I guess. So yeah, let's see what Blaze Airy can do on the softs, and it's a 7th as predicted, a 44.1, but that will be his final time of the session. And my favourite corner around Spa, I think when you get it right on a qualifying lap Pouon is very rewarding, but I think the curbs sort of kill it slightly. Other than that, I think Blanchimont or Rouge are all a bit very easy and not that great, to be honest. Anyone on a lap? Not really. So a bit of a lull at the minute. So let's just review what we've got so far. So it's Zenki, Aaron, Josh and Silas setting some really strong times there. 42.8, a very respectable lap time there from Zenki. Aaron will be looking to find a couple of more attempts, certainly in that Toro Rosso. Probably in second. Josh, very strong in third on 43.1. Then Silas Haggard, fourth in the Renault. Flying from fifth on a 43.7. Then we've got Mems on a 43.8. Then we've got a bit of a gap to the likes of Blaze, Scorpion, Nadir and Paresh. We've got TB, Ponachano and Einstein, Milam, Norris. Then obviously we've got Praga to come to really challenge those top guys. Then Mo yet to set a lap time. And we've got 15 viewers, so hello to everyone watching. And PlayStation Gaming League will be back in terms of an official race on Monday for the Race of Champions. And we've got the promo on the channel, so you can take a look at that now or afterwards. But yeah, Gaming Element does put a little promo, a short promo together ahead of the Race of Champions, where the best drivers up and down the grids from last season battle it out. And we've got Lordy MK in the chat. Hello Lordy. So Aaron Collingwood back out on track in the Toro Rosso Honda number 22. Aaron Collingwood has been banned from PSGL before, the naughty boy, so he's certainly back looking to make amends, to right the wrongs of yesteryear. So it'll be interesting to see if Aaron can get into those 42s, but he's not done much practice, he says, so maybe he's confident of getting the league he wants without practicing too much. And I guess we'll see Ozone never miss, or if he's just never miss now, but hello to never miss in the chat. So I think we can go on board. I think we'll ride on board with Josh. We could see one of the proper new boys, to see what they can do around this iconic venue. Spa, not on the calendar for next season. The full calendar obviously is on the PlayStationGL site, but we start with Baku as the first race, then going to Bahrain, France and Canada. So something for the pad and something for the wheel in the first 4 races. So yeah, on board with Josh into left source hairpin, takes a lot of curb there, but negotiates it quite nicely. Application on throttle, beautiful from Josh there in the Alfa Romeo. One of the cars I'm certainly looking perhaps drive in F1 next season. So up over through Radion, flat out, to keep the line as straight as possible, not to scrub off any speed, then activate the DRS as he looks to get a bit of a distance over there from Mo in the Haas. So Josh in the first sector, and it's 2 tenths up already. A great out there from Josh, and it's a 0.6 from the Alfa Romeo driver. Now through Lecom, negotiates it very nicely there from Josh. So yeah, Josh looks really hooked up round here after, so I'm not too sure who he is. I need to check his Twitter profile, because I'm not sure he's through Twitter. But you know, he's really quick, to be fair to him. And that could be invalidation though for Josh. That could be invalidation. He was 3 tenths up or so, but that could be all over. Well, let's keep on board with him. Through Pouon. Now through quite a difficult section of the circuit. I don't find it too rewarding. Certainly corners I don't dream about. But yeah, Josh is looking really strong in this Alpha, I have to say. A man who knows how to get the job done, and he's 3 tenths up. But has he invalidated his lap time? That is the question. I'm going to have to check. I want to check. Josh has not invalidated his lap time, so Josh is flying out there in the Alfa Romeo. So let's keep riding on board with him through Blanchimont. As Praga goes 5th, Paresh goes 6th. So yeah, Josh, is he about to take provisional pole position here at Spa through the bus-stop chicane for the final time in qualifying. What can Josh do in the Alfa Romeo? Is it pole position? And it's P2 for Josh. Next up, Aaron Collingwood, 3/10 up. What can Aaron do in the Toro Rosso Honda? A little bit wide through the final chicane, but what can Aaron do? Can he put it on pole position? And he does. A 42.7, so good up there from Aaron Collingwood to put it on pole position. Great lap to put himself on pole. But what can Zenki do now in the other Toro Rosso? Can he display his good friend and teammate for this session? As Silas does a 43.0. What can Zenki do? Is it pole? And it is pole position for Zenki. So it's a 42.6 for Zenki. So good up there from Zenki. Who else? Anyone else? Flying Foam looks done. Anyone else? Oh, Mems. Mems is slightly down. What can Mems do in the Racing Point? Very shaky through that final chicane. Does he improve his fortunes? No, he doesn't. So that looks qualifying done dusted unless Mo's done. So there we have it. It is Zenki on pole position with a 42.6. Then Aaron Collingwood on a 42.7. Then Josh third on a 42.9. So great laps there from Zenki, Aaron and Josh. Some really strong top times there. Certainly the top times you'd expect from F1 drivers would be in the lower 42s, but I guess these guys probably haven't put as much practice in or compared to the likes of Louis and co. So decent, very strong lap times from those guys. Josh and Silas performing beautifully. Further down we've got Praga in 5th. Paresh is 6th. Good luck there from Paresh in the McLaren. Flying Foam is 7th. TB, Nadir and Mems ran out the top 10. So an interesting session to say the least. As I believe we'll be having actually a co-commentator for the race. So let me just run down the results quickly. So Zenki's on pole ahead of Aaron, Josh and Silas. Praga is 5th. Paresh 6th, Flying Foam 7th, TB, Nadir and Mems round out the top 10 with Blaze, Airy, Polish Town, Scorpion Hunt, Ozone Einstein, Milham, Mo and Ozone Norris rounding out the top 10. So there we have it. An interesting qualifying, wasn't it, Ushin?
Good evening.
Yeah. Did you get an invite?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the formation up to start so I don't have to retire.
Didn't you click spectate?
Well, then I could put in the car now.
No, if you click spectate, you'll spectate. So yeah, we've got the F6 runner-up Ushin in the chat joining us, who's actually qualified for the Race of Champions. So yeah, that should be interesting.
Golded.
Good. Well, once you start speaking a bit more, we can ask the chat how you're sounding, because I don't know how the volume levels are. As Lewis Marshall thinks it's little C. It's not. It's Ushin C. Yeah. Or big Ushin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just loading. Just waiting for players. So yeah, just loading into the formation lap very imminently.
This may be a fail. There seems to be a glitch with the lobby.
What, can't you get in?
No, it says it's full.
Oh yeah, I know why now. because basically someone messaged Frome to join the lobby, so I said to Frome to restrict it to 17 players.
Oh.
So maybe, yeah, you won't be able to join then. Bye. See ya, thank you. For Saturday, if you're around, we can do it then.
Shambles.
Alright, well, we'll see ya.
Adios.
Indeed. So here we have the formation lap. Softs for Mems, Blaze, Scorpion and Mo. Mediums, likes of Ozone Norris, Ozone Einstein and Ponage Town and Milam as well. So yep. So the formation lap taken with Zenki. So yeah, unfortunately Ushin can't qualify as the lobby's full. So of course I did restrict it, but I thought spectators would join, so never mind. So yeah, Zenki leading the formation lap with his good friend and teammate for this section, Aaron Collingwood. Josh sitting in third. Very nice helmet from Josh, I have to say, with the Alfa Romeo helmet. Really reminds me a bit of Sebastian Vettel's helmet in real life, really. Silas as well, Try and get a look at his helmet. So like I say, you pick around lap 8, lap 9 for a set of mediums, so it's an easy one stop, soft to mediums, job done, no hard tyres needed. Unless the safety car came out on lap 2, like I did in my league race yesterday. So, flying from, looking fruity, TV, Nadir, a lot of these newer drivers really in that midfield. Probably got lots of Ponish down, and Ozone Einstein, Milam as well, Mo, Ozone Norris. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race to see. You know, obviously it's all about performing, getting some good lap times on the board, but also showing yourself that you're a credible asset to PSGL and are worthy of a place in our leagues. So I'm just going to check my list of the new sign-ups to see what Josh is looking for Mondays and Sundays. So juicy, juicy, juicy. So here we have the drivers taken to the grid here at Spa-Francorchamps, the legendary Spa in the middle of the Ardennes Forest. It's the first PSGL evaluation race for season 24. Can you believe it? 24 seasons here at PSGL, and looks to be bigger and better than ever. So a chance for everyone to show what they're capable of, what league they're going to be placed in, I wonder. As we have the 5 red lights about to come on here at Spa. If you're quick at Spa, you're quick at Monza. Can Zenki win from pole? It's lights down, away we go. Great stop there from Zenki, Aaron rather. But Zenki covers them off nicely. So, oh, there's contact behind, which is not good to see. A bit of a dreadful camera angle. But yeah, Josh up the inside of Aaron as Aaron gets pushed wide there. So disaster so far for Aaron. But yeah, Josh is second. Silas third. Praga fourth. As there's all sorts of shenanigans going off behind. I don't even want to look what's going on. So, Zenki leads, Silas second, Josh third, Praga's fourth, and Aaron Collingwood's round. Aaron Collingwood has been spun round. I don't know if he lost it, but a disaster for Aaron Collingwood. What a... I don't know what happened to us. But yeah, Praga's fourth. Paresh up the inside, locks up and gets spun round. Oh, a bit of naivety there from Paresh. A bit eager on the brakes, locked up slightly and reverses onto the circuit. So, not ideal indeed. So, disaster for Aaron Collingwood. Look at that man, flying throne, using all of his experience, all of his talents up to P5. But yeah, a bit of a messy start. And to be fair, these evaluation races are always a bit of a mess around Spa. So, can Zenki break the DRS to Silas, I wonder? Yeah, I remember all the evaluation races around here. People were spinning off, people were crashing. It was just a mess. Let's on board with Aaron Collingwood. See, can he recover the places as he makes the move up the inside, up to P11 for Aaron Collingwood after he spun off Radion. I don't know if he spun himself or he got spun, but a bit embarrassing there for the Toro Rosso driver. Well, not Nadir. Nadir, a bit of a disastrous stop from Nadir. Looking to make a move on Ponish Town. I'm going to stay on board to see if there's any naivety. So on board with Nadir down into the inside. Ponish Town has the high ground and will have the racing line into the corner. Nadir tries to do the up and under, but stays behind. So yeah. What else is going on? Flying Throne, sitting in nicely. Praga closing in. We've gone with Scorpion Horn. Where is he? Scorpion Horn. Here we go, Scorpion Horn. Uses his and Scorpion Horn looks to make the move, and he gets the job done. So great spot last week there from Scorpion Horn, and he's up to P9. That's Nadir, but not Blaze. Blaze up very close to the Toro Rosso, not the Toro Rosso, the Mercedes of TB. Flying Throne, probably P5, doing a great job. Before I got P4. Look at Silas though. Very surprising to see Silas. Not too sure who he is, but he's showing some outstanding pace. Is Silas Agard. What a name, Silas Agard. He has used a bit more of his airs. Oh, a bit of oversteer from Zenki. So yeah, Zenki leads. Zenki looking to join F1. So Silas really showing some great pace in the race. So let's keep on board with Silas to see if he can make a move for the lead of the Grand Prix. On board with Silas. Yellow flags in sector 3. I believe it's Prague. Yeah, it's Prague. That man says he's unlucky. But to be fair, that man just spins himself. and he's being disqualified. There's Praga. You say you're unlucky, but when you do things like that, then there's no luck involved. So Praga is out. What a man. What a mess. So now Salas down the inside, maybe into turn one. No, he will stay behind and look to get the DRS. And it's a 47.3 from Josh. So Josh sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Zenki, Salas, and Josh all sitting behind. Zenki really doesn't have the race pace, but Salas doesn't have the airs. Who's got the airs? It's Josh who's got the most of the airs. And he's a bit of oversteer of Beau Rouge and cuts ready on. So staying on board with Josh, Salas, can he make a move? No, he can't. So let's look further back. Anything going on? Bit of Aaron Collingwood, maybe. Let's see what Aaron Collingwood's up to. Is he going to launch one down the inside into Lecom? He does. Great. Late on the brakes. Aggressive. Ruthless. But a nice move there from Aaron Collingwood. With Nadir trying to hold it in, but Aaron has the high ground and maintains the position for P9. As, yeah, Nadir looks to make the move up the inside. So, interesting stuff. What else is going on? Praga's left the session, so Ushin McGill could join. And thank you, Jay, for the data. Obviously, you are one of the best F1 drivers we've got, so that's top times. I guess I was more lower, 47, so let's see what Salas can do. So I think Louis is meant to be doing Saturday's race, so we'll have to see some good times then, but certainly we're looking for some F1 midfield talent that can battle me. So yes, Salas up the inside into Blanchimon. Backs out of it just, so juicy action. And Salas looking to make a move, but you're sitting in DRS, saving your is the way to go. Let's go on board with Aaron Collingwood. Looking to make even more moves. Down the inside into the bus-up chicane. Around the outside of the McLaren. And nicely done from Aaron Collingwood, who's got Scorpion Hun still behind him. So yeah, Aaron really looking very fast, as expected. Now he's behind his good pal, Ponish Town. So let's keep it. Let's forget it. Salas is about to lead the Belgian Grand Prix for the first time. Let's put with Josh for a good view of what's about to happen. So yeah, Zenki now down to second. Josh looking to make the move on Zenki down the inside. Backs out. Mature racing there. I like it. So now Aaron Collingwood looking to make a move on Ponish Town around the outside. Ponish Town. Oh, sorry. And Aaron gets the move done nicely. Maturely. Oh, that's disgraceful from the McLaren there. Oh, that is awful. Awful driving from Scorpion Hun. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but poor Ponish Town. Taken out by Scorpion Hun. So Einstein is done and dusted, so he won't be getting placed in the league. Not on board with Zenki. And yeah, Louis Welch is a different breed of driver. As we've got Ushin McGill back with us any minute. So anything else going further down? Anyone closer? No, we'll keep on board with Josh. Yeah, so Josh into the braking zone. But yeah, Zenki sticking it in. 40% more airs than Salas. So yeah, I think Zenki's got the pace, but just needs to start getting the job done. Look at this one though, flying throne. Experience. And no Lewis Marshall. It won't be. The ball with Zenki up over Rouge through Radion. Oh, nearly loses it. So Zenki on Salas for the lead into Lecom. Zenki down the inside. And he gets the job done. So Zenki now back in the lead. And we've got Ushin back with us, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm back.
Good, good. So I'm just going to check the audio. The audio should be low enough so everyone can hear you. So get on with it.
It's all good, Big C. You take control.
Alright, so yeah, Salas currently performing very well. Probably the driver of the day so far. Just 3 tenths behind a proven name such as Zenki, with Josh in third. And we've got Flying Throne, a man with experience. Picks up a time at Ushin.
I can't slate from. He's the reason I'm here. He invited me.
Alright, so Aaron Collingwood, after his lap 1 shenanigans, has now recovered up to P7, just behind Blaze and TB. Who Blaze has a little bit of oversteer there, so Aaron looking to close in, and Aaron's got 90% of his air, so Aaron really just being very mature about his racing, isn't he, Ushin?
He is indeed been banned before. Disgusting.
Yeah, so can we check something know if Ushin's quite clear to hear? If not, I'll check turn the audio down. So yeah. I know Ushin's a very small man, so the volume isn't easy to get up, so to speak. So yeah, Aaron did make the move actually. So Aaron's making some good moves, making gains. But let's go on board with Silas once again. Yellow flags in sector 2. But forget that. Good will be Josh actually. Activates his DRS using his overtake, but I think Silas will be doing the same, so it will be staying the same. So let's go on board with Aaron, who's got the Haas of Blaze area right behind him. And yeah, nothing really happening on that long Kemmel straight.
Carnage Town. He's on the move. Pass. I don't know how to say that. Mims.
Mems. So yeah, pony count to 11th past Mems. Thank you, Ushin, for that great commentary moment. So yeah, Mo sits in, and yeah, Jay says you're really quiet. Ooh.
I'll turn my mic up.
Yeah. Okay.
A bit under the weather.
Yeah, as much as possible. Yeah, Ushin's not really the loudest of men. Only when he starts arguing. Or gets angry. So let's go on board with Aaron. Yellow flags in sector 1. Aaron being very... Ooh, nearly runs wide into the wall. Very efficient with his airs.
This Ozone Norris has spun twice in 2 seconds.
Oh, Aaron! Oh no! Aaron! Oh my days. What an error. Let's move on. Let's quickly move on. I don't want to see it. So yeah, Silos Agard pits. So yeah, Silos Agard's in the pits for a set of medium tyres. So yeah, what is the strategy around it, Ushin? The best strategy?
I have no clue.
It's a soft to medium. So yeah, Silas is in, and he comes out in P8. While Zenki's now 1.2 clear, so Zenki certainly will be putting the hammer down. And Aaron Collingwood, one of the worst errors I've actually ever seen from a driver of his alleged calibre.
Wasting talent.
Yeah, so hopefully Ushin's a bit more, let's say, vocal now in terms of hearing him on the chat. So yellow flags in sector 1 again. Who is it? Oh, it's Milam, but he's in F6, F7, so... Oh, he rejoins a bit dangerously there. But nothing wrong with that. Damage is off. So yeah, Zenki's pushing hard. It's hammer time for Zenki. As Ushin is dying in the chat. What's wrong with you?
Under the weather. I've got a cold.
Fair enough. Well, at least you're sharing your jams live on stream. So yeah, TV goes slightly wide with Blaze Airy just behind him.
Down in P8 to Renault. Of Agard, I've raced against him before. It's safe to say he's improved massively.
Yeah, he looks very strong. So we're looking around F2 pace, I'd say.
He hasn't been too well on his ERS management, but his pace is still doing quite good.
Yeah, I have to agree profusely. So yeah, Silas is up to P7 and he's pushing hard. He wants that undercut. And Zenki doesn't pit, but Zenki does his best lap of the day of 47.5. So these guys have got life in the tyres. So they're going for the long game, stay out long. And looks like they're about to lap a caution.
Yeah, Ozone Norris. He spun 3 times in 3 sectors.
Yeah, well, these curves are really tricky, aren't they?
They are indeed, as I know myself.
Exactly, yeah. So Zenki is pushing hard. We'll keep on board with Zenki to see how he negotiates his traffic. But yeah, Ozone Norris respects the blue flag rules. So what are you oohing about?
Ozone just parked it on the apex and Josh couldn't get past.
Oh yeah.
Got past.
Fair enough. So yeah, the Mercedes of TB and Blaze Airy really dueling it out for P4 and P5. As Silas now gets past Scorpion Hun for P6. So yeah, Silas certainly will take the net lead, but his tyres at the end won't be in the best of shape in terms of comparatively compared to Zenki and Josh.
I've never heard of this Josh fella. You know much about him?
Nope, never heard of him or Silas. So they've been probably the two shocks or surprises to really challenge the top echelons of PSGL.
He might be quicker than you.
I think it'll be quite tight. It's all flying from any made a mistake, but it's one of those tracks where you just need to sit in DRS, and it's very hard to break it. But I think Zenki's really shown his pace now. He's escaped, you know, Silas and Josh. You know, he's really putting his hammer down. Yeah.
Frome's doing quite well in P3, just pulling away from the person behind slightly. Just good to see.
Yeah. So Zenki's in for a set of medium tyres. Will Josh follow him? Josh stays out. And it is a 48.8 from Josh, so a little bit disappointing there from him. Yellow flags and sector 2 again. I don't even want to look. So yeah, let's see where Zenki's going to come out in relation to Silas. So it's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. 47.3 from Silas into the braking zone. So where's Zenki? Oh, there's Zenki.
Drifting.
So the undercut not too big there. Zenki did have time in the tyres, so it should be interesting to see how that plays out. As Aaron Collingwood finally shows a bit of pace and does a 47.0.
Disaster so far for Aaron.
It is. It does remind me of Odem's evaluation races where he just swung off both times. But then Odems went to finish third in the championship in F1, so the evaluation races aren't the be all and end all. But TV behind Ponish Town, I think it's going to be a stand-up move, isn't it?
It is indeed, up the inside. Nicely done. Is nearly blowing up the gearbox, revving it in gear 4.
Yeah, maybe he likes the vibrations. So yeah, Zenki now right behind Silas into Puon. Zenki really managing his as well, isn't he? You know, a lot, 50% more eyes than Silas.
It's a tricky track for hers now because it eats away if you put it in high, and people don't realise the damage that gets dealt in the higher areas.
Yeah, so right behind Silas is Zenki. So yeah, Zenki was staying in 0 hours while Silas is using number 2. So he's using his hours while Zenki's just sitting in, making the most of the DRS and slipstream, which is a very mature and wise thing to do.
I think Zenki is quicker, but I think he's just sitting in behind, like you said, for this moment in time. There's no need to overtake as he goes into hot lap. So, yeah, that's shut me up anyway.
Yeah, I think the time for talking is over for Zenki. You know, he just wants to get past and get on with his race because I think he's got the pace, he's got the tyres, and he's got the ability to win this race.
Josh has lost quite a bit of time, but I think he'll make that back up with the freshness of his medium compound tyre.
Yep, a nice fresh set of boots. That's now Zenki leads the Belgian Grand Prix. So yeah, Zenki's ahead, Silas second, Josh in a comfortable third. Flying throne though, experience for you. Really teaching people a lesson in how to get the job done.
Traffic once again. That man won't get out of the way.
Exactly, so Blaze, currently P7. Oh, that's a bit of oversteer, but struggling to get past Ponish now. Anything else going on, Lushin, you can see out there?
Not really. I'm just kind of flicking around, apart from Blaze on the back of Ponish. He's just been sitting in for a while though. Kind of dying down as Ozone Norris spins again.
Yeah, I think that man's really struggling, isn't he?
He's the Juho Spin 2.0.
Yeah, so a bit of dueling going on in the midfield. Ponish Town and Blaze Airy. But Blaze Airy just can't get past, and that's allowing Aaron Collingwood to close in.
Aaron definitely trying to make up for the disastrous start for the race.
Yeah, but it's not all about the end result, it's about the lap time, so Aaron doesn't need to worry as Zenki, really. Just lays down a marker there, doesn't he? A 46.3. Very
He's quicker
respectable.
than my quali.
Nah, no way. Oh, Blaze and Ponish down. Oh, a bit of rubbing into the final chicane machine.
Punished him well there to keep his nose stuck in. I think he might go for turn one around the outside. Switch back possibly.
Oh!
Did he get... Did Aaron just...
I don't know if Aaron sort of tapped it, I think, yeah.
Because he waited the first gear and he built the rear just snapped, so he either downshifted too fast or Aaron, you know.
Yeah, there definitely was a bit of contact there, which isn't ideal for Aaron, but yeah, Ponish now really being thrown about, being abused and used.
Ozone Norris spun again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame for Mr. Norris, you know. Maybe league racing at this level isn't quite... He needs to maybe get more laps under his belt, just improve a little bit more because, you know, he's really struggling, isn't he?
He spun again.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing, this was me.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has to start somewhere. Bit of a shame for Ozone Norris, but yeah, everyone has to start somewhere. We're all at that point where we're young bucks. So yeah, we'll look at that. Zenki, 1.1 clear, and he's really got the pace.
Yeah, he's been quite impressive so far, even though he's expected, in my opinion, to be in the top tier of PSGL.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on board with Aaron Collingwood, see what he's up to.
Ozone retired after his 66 spin.
Yeah, well, at least you've been on Ozone watch. Rumours that you were looking to join Ozone at some point.
That was back in the early days.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So Aaron Collingwood now closing him back up to Blaze Airy. Would he be able to overtake cleanly this time, I wonder?
Absolutely not.
So what can Aaron do? On the medium tires into the last source hairpin. Oh, he's just got a lot more confidence and pace. I think he just misjudged it because, you know, Aaron, to be fair, Ponish Town is in the lowest league, so perhaps he just misjudged it slightly. But now side by side with Eau Rouge. Please be clean, please be fair, and he gets the job done. So nice racing there, finally, wasn't it, Ushin, from those two?
About time from Mr. Collingwood.
Yeah, well, he's got a good track record of league racing, so I'm looking forward to hopefully racing him maybe, or seeing him in F2 to see how he gets on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zenki in a league of his own at the minute, fresher tyres, and he's got the pace.
See, I don't. How do you say it? In a previous league, I heard someone say C-Bass, but that just isn't how you say that.
I was saying Silas.
I just say Agard because, you know, it's easier.
A very cool name.
Yeah, Agard. I believe he's Dutch.
Oh. So anything else going on? Or is it a bit of a dull moment at the minute? We've only got really Blaze in DRS zone over Aaron, so...
Carnage spun and he's facing the wrong way around.
Oh, that's not what you want. Look a fine for him though. Experience. Let's just ride on board with him a bit more.
I wonder if this will affect Aaron's confidence. I mean, he is, you know, what expected. I think he himself expects to be in the top tier.
Yeah. Or maybe he's taken it a bit for granted for some reason, I don't know.
Might be another ban incoming.
I'm not sure about that, and no problem VPC Gaming. Not sure who you are, but I guess it's you're one of the Ozone boys, so no worries. Let's go on board with Blaze, because he's right behind Aaron Collingwood. So let's stay on board with Blaze up Eau Rouge.
I hope he launches it. Aaron deserves a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, Aaron's got a lot of those. So Blaze stays in high, so he's looking just to sit in, I think.
Sector 3. Oh, it's Millihan or whatever. Oh, and he's just killed AB53 MOH.
Oh no. And the sad thing is, my lamb's already been placed in the league because he raced last season. The existing driver's causing problems.
Get him out. Get them out. Carnage pits for a new set of softs. So hopefully he can catch back up the time that he lost.
Bit of a lull at the minute at 13 on 22 here in the PSGL the first PSGL evaluation race for season 24. And the only really battle going on is really Blaze Airy and Aaron Collingwood. I think we're really seeing that the benefits of DRS and just how overpowered DRS is and staying in slipstream. Because in clear air, there was a big difference between Aaron and Blaze Airy.
Has Blaze Airy raced in PSGL?
No, another one that a lot of these guys I've just never heard of.
It's strange because, with Aaron's pace, you'd think he'd be gone with the blink of an eye, but this is definitely boosting Blaze's confidence, as Aaron nearly wins it.
Yeah, definitely. But it's fair to say, I mean, yesterday I was faster than this on the hard tyres, so I mean, I wouldn't say the pace is too hot with respect to Blaze, but certainly expect a little bit more from Aaron, who really needs to use a bit more reserves, I'd say.
Nice confidence boost,
No, I'm saying I did this track yesterday. My qualifying time was pretty poor, but my race pace on those hard tyres was a lot better. So let's see. Let's have a look. Who else can we give us some airtime to? Anything? Let's give a bit of airtime to maybe this guy, Aim Paresh in the McLaren.
You read my mind.
So let's see what Aim Paresh is up to. As Pelican's got one of those BS penalties into the chicane, but yeah, the race has really died down.
Yeah, just the field spreading out to where they really should be, I think.
Yeah, exactly. But you look at Flying Front though, he's really holding his own out there, really sitting in.
Definitely impressed with Josh and Agard.
Yeah,
as one I've never heard of, and the other was about my pace on the last game, which was shocking.
Exactly. Maybe Mr. Agard isn't a ballast merchant.
I think he's just been sweating it.
Yeah, as Marlam's now out, so we've got some of the guest drivers already in the leagues out of the race, so which is a shame, but it is what it is. They've had enough. They want to watch TV, enjoy their evenings, which is fair enough, of course. So
They've had a hard season. Time to relax.
Exactly. So
what is Fromm doing? Fromm's just going for less than half throttle on this rate.
Maybe he's got an issue.
He's going again.
Or he wants a battle with someone.
Yeah, I think he's just letting them pass, to be honest.
Yeah, and he just wants a battle, which is fair enough. So Flying Front wants to enjoy his race, enjoy his evening, and doesn't want to look too quick because he might be moving up divisions from his initial placement. But yeah, let's look at the intervals. Aaron Collingwood now 6 tenths behind TB.
Have the tier placements been released for the grids?
No, they'll all be released together next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Can it come any quicker is what people are thinking.
Yeah, we would do them a little bit sooner, but we've got the Mexican Grand Prix on Sunday, then we've got the Race of Champions on Monday, so that's why we're
Race of Champions, the highlight of the calendar.
Exactly, with Gaming Alimondo, the legendary commentator, returning for a one-off for one night only.
The GOAT of commentary.
Exactly, so staying on board with Aaron Collingwood.
Garage just dropping back slightly from Zenku, so I think he's done and dusted and he's just going to keep focus on maintaining P2.
Yeah, but still a very strong performance from Starlass and Josh. Obviously, if they use ABS, then obviously F1 is certainly out of the question, but certainly looking for F2. I think both guys are showing really good pace.
TB is kind of a lot higher than I thought he would be.
Do you know him?
No, but just from watching him, he didn't look like he was P4 material. No offense, if he's watching this back. Aaron's right in the back room, so I think he's about to drop down in position anyway.
Fair enough, but yeah, let's see if Aaron can get the move done. Up Rouge through Radion, activates the DRS, uses his overtake button. Mr. TB's actually using alt laps, so not really using enough of his juices into Lecom, and Aaron Collingwood gets through.
It looked like TB was going to try and defend that for a second, but wisely kind of slightly backed out of it.
Yeah, so Aaron Collingwood's got some clear air to really put in some lap times, but he's looked a bit ragged, a bit rusty. A man who's not really league raced in the past few weeks.
Been watching him in other leagues, and he's definitely been better than this.
I
Poor day at the office.
do agree profusely. Anything else going on? Doesn't look like it.
I've just been watching Josh. He's catching Agard ever so slightly, but I doubt he'll catch him by the end of the race. It's about a tenth or two a lap, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. So let's see what lap time Josh does this lap. But yeah, he looks favourite for second place at the minute, that's for sure.
Definitely impressive. We've said it a lot, but I think it has to be emphasised how impressive the unknown drivers are, to say, put it in those words, as 53 more pulls off at the top of Radio.
Yeah, so let's look at the fastest laps. We've got 46.3 for Zenki, then 46.6 for Aaron, then 46.8 for the guys second and third, Silas and Josh. So yeah, the top four really pace difference. Look at that midfield though, from TB down to Mems. Very close times from all those guys.
Looking about what division do you think TB will be put in based on your expert opinion?
I'd say TB down to Mems will be looking between F4 and F6.
Mems. What about Mo?
Oh, a bit of Mo. I think we'll look maybe about F6 for Mo, I think. We need to look at the days they can race and all these factors. Look more deeper into the lap times. Obviously, Mo did have an unfortunate crash with Marlon and things like that. So, there's a bit of context to these things. But it's good to see guys really, some solid performers. And it's good to see a lot of new faces in PSGL. Because we need new faces. It's not the same old.
The same old boring old men. We need young talent.
Yeah, exactly. I do agree with you. You certainly don't sound like the young talent. So,
I'm
Josh,
just enjoying my time in the
good.
box.
Yeah. You're ticking something off the bucket list, as Josh is now in DRS range of Salas.
I didn't think he'd catch him, to be fair, so I stand corrected. Shutting me up once again.
Agreed. Obviously, 3 lap difference playing its part, but that's what you get for extending this. I do think Salas had pit slightly early, so I think that's what you get. You get what you deserve in this business, I think.
Ma just needs to scoot on over out of the way, as they are substantially quicker. He doesn't seem to acknowledge them so far.
Yeah, but they're not that close. Wait for the middle section, I'd say. Or this next straight.
You predicted it perfectly.
Yum. So, Flying Throne, Blaze, Scorpio, Nadir, Paresh, and Mems, and obviously Mo. Struggling a little bit out there, but you've all got to start somewhere, I guess. And, Mo certainly will be getting a place in one of our leagues. And look forward to seeing what he can produce, because we've got all sorts of talent in this league. We've got F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6 caliber drivers. So, it's always looks worse than it is, I guess.
We accept all pace.
All pace, shapes and sizes. So, Josh right behind Silas. Oh, bit of OC I thought there for Josh. Bit of a slide onto this long back straight into the iconic corner, isn't it? Pushing this iconic corner.
The bus stop or the one?
The Blanchimon.
Connor, I don't know my corner names.
Well, you knew the bus stop, so that's something. So into the bus stop chicane. What's it going to be? This lap for Josh. Oh. Got a bit
Guard is definitely. Ooh.
I had a bit of lag. Sorry, that's all.
Yeah, your voice is a bit muffled.
Is it still muffled?
No, it's perfect.
Oh, okay, yeah, it just slowed down. The race just stopped for a few moments, but it looks a bit better now.
The guard definitely gets better traction than Josh, so I think he actually might keep this position, but then again, I'm normally wrong. I was wrong.
As we've got Ponish down in the chat. I look forward to his
Oh.
reviews of the racecraft out there today.
Barrett, I think, went for a little switchback. He's definitely got the traction once again, but I think he's just a little bit too far behind. He just tucks in behind. I want to see a crash. I haven't seen a league racing crash in ages.
Well, there's plenty on that one.
No, I mean an on-board crash.
You're an evil man. So, Blaze Airy sticking with Flying Throne. So I think Flying Throne's position probably was better than what his pace actually was. I don't know.
I was just thinking that.
But fair play for Flying Throne. That's what experience gets you. You can navigate through the traffic.
Unlike Aaron Collingwood, who tends to hit every person he sees.
Yeah, so Salas, right, sticking with. That's just, it's DRS and switching is very overpowered, but that's just the nature of Spa. Maybe we shouldn't choose Spa in future, but to be fair, I think most tracks are sort of like that, where DRS and sticking in is quite overpowered.
I feel like this game, once you go into no ERS and you're within the DRS, you can definitely just maintain the gap, so it's quite different to last game. Anyway.
Yeah, after I think it seems to be, like sticking DRS is even more powerful this game, but that is what we've been given, and we've just got to get on with it. So Josh up through Rouge, and obviously Silas with a great run there, Shin.
Yeah, he's been looking very smooth in behind Josh, so he's a smooth operator.
Yeah, so Silas up to P2, Josh into P3, Aaron Collingwood sticking in P4, TB P5, Flying Throne and Blaze P6 and 7, Scorpion Nadir and Paresh round out the top 10.
Is Zanky expected to be at the top of F1 or kind of the mid pack?
I'd say just below like Blizzard, Sparks and that lot, cause, like yeah.
Obviously Louis out
Ahead of me, but just below like Sparks and that, I'd say.
So he's within contention of a few race wins.
Yeah, an old podium, I think, on this day. So it's good to see Zenki perform, but obviously, you know, when the league races come around, people will be practicing a lot more. They won't be as rusty or crusty. And I'm not sure what happened to Josh. He's made a bit of a mistake, but he's dropped to 1.4 behind.
I have to admit, I was watching Agard, as I know who he is, so I've got that connection. I just kind of zoned out. I was on my phone for a brief moment.
Oh yeah. Hitting the hose up, so as Agard sets the fastest out of the Grand Prix, making the most of that DRS, but it's fair play.
The ERS for both is quite sickening, to say the least.
Yeah, but I think it's a Spa, you got to use ours.
This is really going to test Josh's one lap pace, as it's going to be a quality lap next lap for him to try and catch up.
Yeah, he lost 2 seconds, I'm not sure what's happened.
I'm going to check the penalties, but I'm not going to say anything.
It's alright. I've not seen too many, to be fair, especially from the front guys. It's one of those tracks where it's quite easy not to get them. Only those BS ones into the bus stop chicane.
The ones that win you races, apparently.
Exactly. Corrupt. Corruption.
Aaron Collingwood with 4 warnings. This game's broken.
I think the warnings were for collisions.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. No, Aaron. He's definitely shown some consistent pace anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he's maintained the gap. I mean, he's closed in on the leader, so since he's got the clear air, so he's got the pace. He was just a bit rusty at times.
Hasn't been his day.
Yeah, and the footy coach is asking, did McLaren get a penalty for hitting a Red Bull twice? Well, it's an evaluation race, mate, so we can't really give out penalties, and the in-game penalties are crap, so just chill out a bit. There won't be any penalties because it's an evaluation race.
This season hasn't really started yet.
No, but it gets underway on November 4th at 7 PM with the F2 division with commentator Lordy MK. Followed by F1 at 8 PM with Owen Wyatt.
What a day to mark in your calendars.
Agreed. And Ushin, We're on the final lap already. It's flown by since you've joined.
I know, I'm just great.
Exactly.
I'm terrible at commentary, but I kill the time.
Yeah, so I think the gap to Zenki and the Salas did come down quite a lot because Zenki saved up some airs to try and go for the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's just trying to show off, really.
Yeah, I don't think he will get it though because Salas did have a bit of DRS action and a big slipstream, so unlikely.
You know what would be great if this man spun karma.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna take the opportunity just to get the race director times quickly of all the drivers, so it's on the stream.
Yeah. For your statistics.
Exactly.
The field is just completely spread out now. No one's within a second to each other.
Yeah, I do agree profusely. As we've got the retiree F1 Gamer 62 in the chat, my teammate, saying future goats. I do agree. The goats of the future. Potentially, anyway.
On a sad day when he retired, Connor. I bet a tear came to your eye.
Yeah, it's not the only thing that came out. So yeah, Zenki into Pokemon, down into the bus up chicane. And yeah, Zenki, the fastest man today, fastest man in qualifying and fastest man in the race. So yeah, Zenki is going to take the win, and is he going to take the fastest lap? He does.
Damn true.
He shows off. So Solas second, Josh in third. Now Aaron Connorwood, will he be able to take the fastest lap?
I hope he takes it. I really do. Yeah.
So what is it? 45.8.
I was not paying attention.
And it's a 45.9. So good up there from Aaron. TB will be fifth in the Mercedes.
To be honest, I've never heard of him. He is my driver of the day.
Flying from losing places due to penalties. Yeah, but I think by the way, I'm going to go for maybe, I think Salas and Josh. One of them two. Very impressive. So let's come over with Nadir. Nadir is finishing 9th, 10th, and Paresh 9th, and the Mems. Let's give it to Mems. He got to the end, and he was clean. Other than that, in some of the Milan, but it's hard to say whose fault it actually was. So that is the first evaluation race on Dusty Dushing, you know. An interesting race to say the least.
A lot of carnage on lap 1, but I wasn't here, so you lost out on the brilliant commentary.
You did. Well, thanks to everyone for joining us. This is the first of 2 evaluation races. The second one might not be streamed, it depends how many drivers we've got and whether I can be asked. So we'll soon see, but there we have it. That's the result. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the result. A lot of times, a lot of data to analyse. So yeah, thanks to all the drivers for taking part and everyone for watching. And hopefully we'll be seeing a lot of these new guys in the PlayStation gaming leagues very, very soon. So yeah, last thing to say is thanks to for joining me, and we'll be back on Saturday potentially. Then the Race Champions on Monday. So yeah, anything else to say, McGowl?
No.
Good. There we have it. Enjoy your evenings. Thank you, and
Adios.
good night.